Hey, welcome back. This Classic DM with episode 11, The Magi. So as you remember, right where we left off, out of nowhere, an Ogre Magi appears floating in the air and uses his cold wand type spell called a Ray of Cold, and this whole line of sight here struck everyone in the party. They just got done dragging a frost giant on his hands and knees in this area here and executed him pretty successfully. This Ogre Magi appeared out of nowhere, and we're going to do that damage right now on the spot. Now, before we get carried away here, we know we need to write everyone's health bar down before we get doing too much. So let's just get everyone's health bar up here on the screen here so you can just keep track of that first. So we'll just start off with the top of the board. We'll go Mercede. That's followed by Zolorus. Followed by Ella Fenici. We call Ella half the time. Then we have Vrenjar. We put Vrenjar here. Then we have Felcherna. Then we have Entola. Then we have Obscura. So at the top is 132 for Mercede. Zolorus' health is 156. This is the core, the base health, not before they've been damaged. Ella Fenici is 40. Now remember, monks get a special rule for saving against breath weapon attacks. They can roll to dodge and can completely be immune to that. This is Varenjar's health is 90. Okay, and I want to talk about that monk rule before we do the saving throw for everyone. The druid's health is 80. So this is Fail Chunner. We'll just call her Fail 80. Just because this, even if you save, everyone's taking damage. So no matter what happens, 96 for Entola. And if you're a DM, these little notepads come in handy. You just throw them away. They have post-it note on the back of it so you can stick it on the board. And then we have the Obscura, whose health isn't that great, but better than nothing. We're going to call Obscura. She is at 65. Okay. Let's talk about that monk rule. We got our player's handbook open here in the background. Let's just zoom that back out a little bit. This is something that's worth knowing in the first edition. In later editions, they never really gave the monk as much love or as much description. So let's take a look at this real quick, and I want to talk about this ability of the monk. One thing, the monk has about 4 or 5 things that make them extremely interesting to play. Whereas if you aren't playing one at all, you're like, oh my goodness, you only have 4 hit dice. It's not that fun. Let's get down to the monk. All the players are down here. Classes, druids. Here's a thief. And the assassination table for the assassin. And monk is one of the very last classes. Here we go. So let's read this very carefully here. In fact, I'll zoom it in a touch once I find where that where it is. Okay. Okay, so at the different levels, they get different types of abilities. Okay, special abilities. Ability to speak with animals, as druids do. Starts at 3rd level. The ability to master their minds so ESP only has a chance to be successful. At 5th level, they are not subject to diseases of any sort, and they're never affected by any haste or slow spells. They can do a self-induced catalepsy and appear dead. If done perfectly, they can actually start to heal themselves so they can lower their body temperature. They can actually appear completely dead and fool an animal. They can heal themselves, and then they can speak with plants as druids do. Beguiling, charm, and hypnosis. Let me lower these battle sounds a little bit in the background. They have 50% chance to affect them. Monk, a telepathic mind blast don't affect them. Let's go over here to the next page, okay? 11th level, they're no longer affected by poisons of any type. Now, the rest of the abilities here happen at higher levels, but there is a special ability for them. That's when they're falling, they can jump down. They have a chance for, when they're falling, to make contact with surfaces to brace their fall. And here we go. It's this page here. Open hand damage. Make saving throws doing this. Here we go. Okay. This is the paragraph here. It's kind of obscure and kind of hidden away, but it's something you need to be sure you read, because it's one of the things about playing the monk that's fantastic. They make their saving throws on tables used by the thieves, where they gain certain advantages. Non-magical missiles, arrows, bolts, bullets, thrown daggers, which is not the case here. This is like a ray of cold. that which would normally hit can be dodged or knocked aside, like Wonder Woman or something, if the monk is able to make his or her saving throw against petrification, or each such potential hit. In other respects, the monk makes her a saving throw against any attack form. The monk will sustain no damage from the attack, even if the attack form is a fireball. So basically what that's saying is if you cast a projectile, even though it says non-magical missiles, if she saves, she sustains no damage from the attack. So here's an example. A 9th level monk fails her saving throw, will sustain 1/2 the total potential damage. It could deliver it if possible. A fire will do 50% of the total damage, but the gaze of Basil would still petrify the monk. Let's read that again very carefully here, okay? Let's just slide this over here a little bit. So, here we go. Okay, there we go. So if the monk makes her saving throw against an attack form, the monk will sustain no damage as if it was a fireball, even if the attack form was a fireball. All right, so let's make sure we got this completely clear here. So she gets a saving throw against petrification. Okay, so her saving throw versus petrification, we see here is paralyzation, poison, petrification is a 10, breath weapon's 14. So she gets to save against petrification table as opposed to saving against breath weapon. Everyone else is going to get a saving throw against breath weapon. Does that make any sense? In fact, we'll do her saving throw first. Sorry for the delay there. I want to make sure I got the rule absolutely perfectly. I haven't had to do a saving throw with a monk in about, what, 40 years now? Okay, so we're going to do Elephanesi's roll first. Her petrification, she's a 10 or higher. If she makes this saving throw, this ray of cold has no damage on her. A 2, so it doesn't matter, so it still hits her for damage. Now, according to the rule, if you fail your saving throw, right, if the monk makes a saving throw against it, they take no damage. If they fail their saving throw, they take half damage. So that's different. So she isn't ever going to take full damage, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 1/2 the total damage. So the damage on that is 8d8. So we're going to do these 3d8. We're missing an 8-sider. Where's the other 8-sider at? Here, that's the 10. Here we go. So we're going to do 8d8 damage for everyone. Okay, I'm not going to roll it individually for every single character. It's ridiculous. Although we probably should, but it'd just be a dice rolling convention. That's 4 of them. So what do we got there? This is 7, and this is 11. So that's an 18. We need to do this 2 more times to add that together. So this is 7 and 3 is 10. And 5 and 4 is 9 is 19. So you have 19 and 18. That's pretty nasty. That's almost her full health pool. So 19 and 18 is 37. But she takes half of that. So we're just going to call it even. And this is give her 18 damage right off the bat. So this is the thing about being a monk that's really nasty. Also, when she only has 40 hit points, she could have just flat out died right there on the spot. From that cone of cold doing 8d8 damage. That's very, very close. She takes 18 damage, so we're going to make sure we do legit marks of her health here. So, where is she at? Elephanesi is 40. She'll take 18 from the 40. All right, here we go. 40 minus 18. This puts her down to 22 health. Okay, so let's do the damage roll for the other people now. The other folks. What did we say that base roll was? Actually, we already rolled the damage. What am I doing it again for? It was 37, wasn't it, total? All right, so we have 37 damage across the board for this Ray of Cold. Saving throw for Mercede. Sorry, I got distracted there. Listen to all the screaming and yelling in the background. So Mercede, she's going to save against breath weapons. So she needs an 8 or higher to make that save. That's one thing about fighters that are brilliant is their saving throws are fantastic. A 2, she fails. She takes 37 damage. So she's minus 37. She's at 132. This puts her down to 95. Zalaris is at 156. Let's see if he saves. His saving throw is basically the same thing as Mercedes. Saving against breath weapon is 8. He saves, so he takes half damage. So he only takes 18 damage. So let's just get his health up here real quick. So he is at 156. And we'll take away 18 from him. That put him at 138. So he's at 138. And let's do Varenjar's saving throw. A 2. That's going to fail. I know that's going to fail completely for him. So he's going to take the full 37 damage. He needs a 14 to save. He's going to take the full damage there. So he has 90 health. So let's take 90, let's take 37 away from that. $53. Wow, that's nasty. And now we're going to do a saving throw for Zalaris. We already did his. We did Frinjar's. Obscura's in the back. Would that be able to affect her? Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, I'm going to say it's going to hit her. It could still hit her. It could still hit her. Let's do the saving throw for the Cleric next. Where's Antola? Here he is. Breath weapon is 12. He fails his saving throw. All right, so he takes full damage. That's 96 minus 37. So 96 minus 37, 59. So that puts Antola down to 59. Felcherna, did I do her damage? I don't think we've done her yet. Let's see if she saves. She's the druid. Her breath weapon save is 12. 15 she saves, so she takes half damage. So she takes 18. So we'll do an 80 minus 18 for her. 80 minus 18. This puts her down to 62. Okay. These are the new damage. This one I'm doing circles around it until it's 59. And Obscura is 65. Let's do Obscura's saving throw. Hopefully she'll be okay. Breath weapon is 11. She fails her saving throw. Wow, that's nasty. So that puts 65 minus 37. 28. Everyone in the entire party got really hit bad here and almost killed. Elephantisi's at 22 health. Okay? So that move right there is that guy's move for that round. Now everyone can react. Remember, everyone tied the initiative. You need to go back to the last episode to see that. That is a ton of nasty damage. This is probably one of the worst situations they've been in the entire adventure since we first started. So now we need to be really, really smart about what happens to them next. We're going to put their health over here, like this, so you can keep track of that at your end. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll put it here. We'll put this here. And we're going to put these guys down here. This is the, these are the little Ogre Magi lackey sheets. Let's put this like this. There you go. All right, there's only one. So he does that. Now everyone can react. What's the first thing everyone's going to do? Tactically think. Let's roll for, let's let the highest dexterity character go first. So Vrinjar can go first. I think the first thing Vrinjar would do right off the bat is he can't melee this guy because he's flying in the air. I'm not going to make him lose his flying effect. Vrinjar is going to retreat 1, 2, 3, 4 behind the line of sight and try to hide in shadows. So you can maybe get in there and get a backstab off. So his hide in shadows is 75%. I'm going to give him a 25% penalty. This is because he's in a line of sight and he's in an illuminated area. He's trying to move back into the shadows. So he's rolled 50 or less. Okay, 47. So he's able to conceal himself. So he's hidden in shadows. Let's give him a blue marker to let you know he's stealth. Obscura is going to retreat 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. We're going to have Elephantisi move 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to have her play dead. Okay, so here's the ruling on that again. This narcolepsy phase that they can do, she can do a self-heal and play dead. So what she, let's pull this down here so you can see it. The ability to use self-induce a catalepsy to appear dead. This can be done perfectly. They will lower his or her body temperature and heart rate. The monk is able to maintain the state twice the number of turns. So she's going to lay on the ground and play dead. It's like feign death in EverQuest 1. But before she does that, she's going to heal herself on her body. The amount of damage she can be healed is 2d5. And this amount is increased by 1 hit point for each level experience thereafter. So at level 7, she would do 2 to 5. Let's do the d4 roll for that. So she can heal 2. Plus 1 is 3, plus an additional hit point for every level after 7, which is 4. 3 and 4 is 7. So she heals back 7 health, which isn't much, but it's a little bit. You have to use everything at your disposal. That puts her back to 29. Okay. Now, let's check her character sheet as well. She's in the most dire straits right now. She has 5 potions of extra healing that are 3d8 plus 3. She's going to chug one of these potions as her action for the rest of that round. 3d8 plus 3. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 3 is 13. Let's add 13 to the 29 here. That puts us at 2 And they carry the 1, 2, 3, 4, so she's at 42 health. So that puts her back up to full because she has 40 health normally. But she's out of action for the next turn. Mercedes going to charge forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. The druid. What will the druid do? What could you do? If you were the druid, what would you do? Think about that for a minute. Here you are. You have spells. You can summon animals. You can class call lightning. You can neutralize poison, pyrotechnics, plant growth, cause light wounds, animal friendship. I don't think there's anything you would want to do here. I think what you want to do is her instincts would have her step around this corpse, 2, 3, 4, and help her friend, because her sister, her little sister, she doesn't know that her little sister's healed herself yet, and she's tried to protect her throughout the whole adventure. So she's going to defensively place herself here to help protect her little sister. So that would be the right thing to do for that character in character. She wouldn't try to do anything offensive. Zalaris would do a charge forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, and match Mercede to try to attack this Ogre Magi. He's floating in the air. Now, what would our cleric do? The cleric just got hit with a bunch of damage. He's a healer. He's going to take a quick scan of the whole group and make a judgment call of who he should try to heal immediately. So Mercedes okay. She's damaged. Zalaris is doing fantastic. Elephant, she's taking care of herself. Vrinjar's at 53. He took 40 damage. That's pretty nasty. Velcherna took 60. She took 20 damage. She's okay. And Tola he took 40 damage. Obscura took 28. So he's going to actually go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and he's going to do a heal on Obscura. He's going to cast. Let's do a Cure Serious Wounds, and I do Cure Serious Wounds as a 3d8 plus the level all he is. So 12, 3d8 plus 12. That's good. 7, 8, 9 plus 12 is what? 21. Let's get 21 back onto Obscura. 21 and 28 is 9, 2, 49. That puts her up to 49. That occupies his action. He's hidden in shadows. She's protecting her sister. These guys have charged forward. Now it's up to the Ogre Magi to determine what he wants to do. So let's go back to the Ogre Magi so you can see how nasty these guys are. Here we go. So these guys have a lot of spells they can do that are kind of tricky. I've got them written here. This is an Ogre Magi Arnsman. There's only one in the room, fortunately. They can fly, which he's doing. They can go invisible, which he's already done that. They can do Charm Person. They can polymorph into the shape of a human. They regenerate 1 health. They can cast Sleep, which wouldn't work on this group. I'm going to have him try to Charm Person on Mercede. So this is a really tricky spell. We need to pull the rulebook up on this one. All right. So let's do the Control F going on that. And let's do it this way. Charm Person, level 2 Druid. Charm Person or Mammal. Let's just pull this up for you. Slide this over. Alright, so this effect is single person or mammal. The area effect is 1 person. The range special. Saving throw negates it. It's at a long range of 80 feet. Casting time is 4 segments, but in this situation it's just instantaneous because it's a monster ability. This intelligence is how long you're charmed. So you need to save versus spell, if I'm not mistaken here. You can't make them cast. You can't make them do suicide themselves or anything like that. So let's just read the spell. Take our time here. Not a big rush. I'm just going from memory. Baldur's Gate can ruin your memory of the first edition spells. So he's going to try to charm her, and he can control her and tell her to do things, but you can't tell her to like kill herself. She would never obey a suicide command. If she fails a saving throw, she would believe the Ogre Magi is her ally, and that anyone attacking her, her ally, that she should try to kill them, as if he betrayed her all of a sudden out of nowhere. So let's do the saving throw for her. I want to see what the saving throw is, though. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Nope. Just a saving throw. Saving throw. It doesn't say what it is. It's just a saving throw versus spell. Now, fighters have really good saving throws. Saving throw versus spell is 10 or higher. So she needs to roll 10 or higher. Whoops. That's not the roll. Here's roll. You ready? A 1. Oh, no. What a terrible roll. That's a 7. Excuse me. That's terrible. So the first thing that happens right away is the Ogre Magi casts Charm on Mercedes. So she's charmed. And Zalaris is here flat-footed looking up at the Ogre Magi. And he's probably thinking, my God, if I could just get up there and take a swipe at that guy, I'd like to destroy him. He doesn't have anything ranged at all. And then Mercedes yells out, you bastards, you know, stop trying to kill my friend. And she just takes a swing at Zolars right there out of nowhere. And Zolars like, whoa, what the hell? So I'm going to take 2 armor class away from Zolars because he's not actively defending against her attack. She's going to get a swing at him. Okay. So what does Mercede need to hit AC 0? She needs a 6. He's at -1. She needs a 7. She rolls a 5 and she misses, fortunately. So he's going to back away. Now he's actually defending. He doesn't know what to do. The druid sees this happening. She's like, what the hell's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Mercedes like, don't you get in the way and do anything too. Give her an attack of opportunity on the druid. That's a natural 20 for double damage. The druid comes running up into range only to get popped in the face with a 2-handed sword. So the damage on Mercedes on the druid is 3d6. Let's get her damage number up here. 3d6. Small, medium roll is 1d10 plus 5. So it's 1d10 plus 5. So 7 damage on the druid right there in her face, which you're probably going to be like, what the hell is going on? And it's doubled. So that's 7 doubled 14. So let's take 14 away from the druid. Filcherna, 14 from 62. We'll use a calculator for that one. Make sure you don't make a mistake. So Filcherna's at 62. 62 minus 14. Put her down to 48. Nasty 2-handed swipe right in the face. That's going to have her be staggered in space, not know how to react. Zolars is going to actually try to make a move to push her away into the ground. I'm going to make him do a roll to hit, as if he's trying to do a trip on her, because he doesn't want to kill her. He doesn't. I don't know if he knows what's going on, but he's not going to try to kill her. He's going to try to hit her, as if she's doing something weird. Like he saw this monster do something magical. So I'm going to have Zolars to hit Mercede. Mercede is AC -2. To hit AC 0, he needs a 6. That means at -2, he needs a 8. And I'm going to give him a penalty. So I'm going to get a +5 penalty. He needs to roll 13 or higher to successfully push Mercede off away, and then she'll get a chance to see whether she falls down. So he tries to make the move and push her, and she just shrugs her shoulder, moves out of the way. I'm going to have her turn and take a swing back at Zolars again. A natural 20. Double damage on Zolars. This is not boding well. 8 times 8 plus 8 plus 5 is, yep, plus 5 is 13. Times 2 is 26. Zolars just whacked in the face with for 26 damage. 138. Actually, let's clear this off first. 138. Appropriate music. Minus, what do we have there? 8 plus 5 is 13 is 26. Minus 26 puts him at 112. 112. No, we're not going to do grappling rules. Don't worry about that. So the moment that happens, the druid takes a step back and casts Entangle on Mercede. And she's also going to cast Entangle in such a way it will try to grab this monster. But he's not on the ground. That's not going to work. She's not going to do that. I'm not going to have her cast Entangle. That might cause a massive problem for everyone in the whole room. Renjar is going to get a chance to move. They've had 2 rounds here. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elefanisis over here again. Fine. I have her move 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on top of the table. The Obscura can go 1, 2. And the Cleric can follow her 1, 2. I'm going to have Obscura cast a spell on the Ogre Magi. So she's going to cast, let's cast Blindness on this guy. So she can cast Blindness on him. He's going to have to make a saving throw. This is a low hit dice monster. He's only hit dice 8. So he needs to save against spell. So we do as a fighter level 8, save against spell needs a 13 or higher. An 18, so he saves against blindness, so he's not blinded, so she winds up and casts that spell. The Cleric is just going to rush forward. 1, 2, 3. He does have some offensive spells. He might be able to help a little bit, but I don't know. This is nasty. Raise Dead, Heal, Cure Serious Wound, Dispel Magic. He could try casting Dispel Magic. That would probably work. Silence 15-foot radius will probably be a better solution. I think he's going to cast Silence 15-foot radius on this Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi is going to get a saving throw against that. A 9, I think he fails that saving throw. Let's see here. Fighter, level 8. 13, 9, he fails. So this is a 15-foot radius silence right on top of where the Ogre Magi is. So you go 5, 10, 15. This radius here is completely silenced. Even people in your own party don't make any noise. So no one in this radius, including the druid, can't cast any spells that are making any kind of a sound. So I'm going to have Elfanisi go 1 and try to leap up and attack this guy in the air to drag him and hold him to the ground. So because of her movement rate and her height, and I never really specify how high in the air it is, I'm going to say it's 10 to 15 feet in the air. Let's give her a roll to hit, but give her a -5 penalty. So I'm just going to give her 1 attack here. The reason I'm going to do that is because it's 1 heroic move. It's not like a left fist and a right fist. She's not dual wielding. So she's going to need to hit this Ogre Magi is AC 4. To hit AC 0, she needs a 14. So she needs a 10. Let's give her a -5 penalty on that. That means she needs a 15 or higher to grab the Ogre Magi. She's 18, so she's able to jump in the air and grab him, and then put her arms around like in a jujitsu chuck hold and pull him down to the ground. So he's down on the ground, and she's right on top of him. The moment that happens, Mercede's going to take a swipe at Elfanisi. So to hit Elfanisi, she needs to hit AC 0. She needs a 6. Elfanisi is an armor class of 0. She needs a 6 to hit Elfanisi. A 13. She hits her successfully. It's 1d10 plus 5. That's 9 damage on Elfanisi. 42. Let's do this math real quick. 42 minus 9. 33. Move this over here. Okay. We have Zolaris here. Zolaris is going to do this push again. So we're going to Zolaris needs a 15 or higher to do this, if I'm not mistaken. Let's talk through that again. To hit AC 0, he needs a 6. To hit Mercede, who's negative, actually defending now, -2. If they were just fighting each other, he would need a 8 to hit her. I'm going to give a penalty of 5. He needs to roll a 13 or higher, a 14. So he actually is able to push her away, which pushes her back into this furniture here. I'm going to give her a disadvantage dexterity check to see if she loses her balance. So her dexterity is strength 16, intelligence 16, wisdom, dexterity is 15 or less. A 13, so she doesn't stumble and fall, but he pushes her out of range. Elfanisi can swing around this side to have the Ogre Magi away from her. She's going to get a main hand and an offhand attack on the Ogre Magi. Let's just do her 2 rolls right now, and let's see if we can get a stun off. A 1 is a complete flub, and a 2 is a complete flub miss. So she tries to do a move on the Ogre Magi, but he wiggles free and actually is able to try to flee. So he's going to try to run around her. But Zolaris has done a move to push her there. Now let's get a move here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite in range. The Druid standing back doesn't know what to do. Obscura casts a spell. She's just going to go 1, 2, 3 and try to keep a line of sight. The Cleric's going to go 1, 2, 3. And Mercede, Elfanisi's the only person that can do anything. She can try a stun as this thing's trying to run on the ground and flee. A 5 and a 14. But she just did a flub. So I'm actually going to, I would put her out of position. 1, 2, 3, 4. But she's able to outrun him. I'm going to put him there. So her roll there would be, that 14 would be enough to stun the guy. So let's get a stun off on him. A 3. So that's 18 seconds of stun. Once again, I don't want to pull up the phone again. Let's see whether the stun on this Ogre Magi is noticed by people in the rest of the Guri. So what we're going to do is we're going to say it's a, the silence is here. I don't think the silence would affect it. That's not good enough. Let's say that, let's give us a 30% chance that people in the party recognize this going on in the back. Okay, 30% chance. Here we go. A 65, so no one notices. So she stuns a guy, and 1, 2, 3, 4, have Renjar just backstab and kill him, and then she can disengage 1, 2, 3, and have her return to hide in shadows. Let's give her a hide in shadows check. Let's get Elfanisi up again. Her hide in shadows is 68, a 90, a 49. So she hides in shadows. She's concealed. Let's give her a marker. Let you know she's concealed here. She's heading concealed behind this pillar. Mercedes still actively engaging and fighting unless this guy's stunned. The charm breaks, I think, if the owner is no longer awake. Let's see here. According to the spell here, there's only checks made over a period of time, like a week, 2 days, a week, or whatever. So even the owner could even be asleep, and it would still work. So being stunned doesn't nullify that. So Mercedes is still actively fighting for her life against her enemies, thinking that everyone's against her. So let's see here. Let's have Renjar eviscerate this dude first. We're going to do the red for his main hand and the blue for his offhand. Let me get Renjar up for you. This guy's incapacitated. I'm just going to roll this to see if he does double damage. Okay, I'm going to give both those as hits because the target's stunned and can't fight back. This is a 1d8 plus 13. We'll do that on main hand and offhand. Each one of those is 13 and then multiplied times 4. So 3 and 13 is 16 times 4. And 1 and 3 is 14 times 4. So let's just do that math real quick. So 14 times 4 is 56. 56. These guys have, what kind of health number do they have? Where's my Ogre Magi health numbers? Nope, that's this. Hang on a minute. They're at 64 health. That's right, they're full health. They're full hit dice. And the other one is 14 times 4. If you add 28 to that, which would be half that, it would be 84. It would be more health again, plus another 14. So that's enough to eviscerate this guy. This guy's dead on the spot. That makes him appear. So when he's no longer hidden in shadows, let's give a 40% chance for the people in the other room to see him. Okay, 40% chance for the back row, which is a bunch of hill giants. What is that? Oh, that's a 90. Oh, that's nasty. So he's standing over the corpse, covered in blood, just killed this guy, and in the next room, this one hill giant turns around and sees this human standing over this Ogre Magi, which looks just like the Ogre Magi that's with the rest of the party, and he goes, hey, check that out. And as soon as he starts yelling, all the guys at the table with him see him as well, and they rise to their feet and grab their weapons. So this is where things are getting nasty. I'm going to put you in the situation of making a decision. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post pictures from my phone of what group is aware of this attack happening. Renjar's been spotted right here. We have a silent 15-foot radius happening here. We still have Mercede in a charmed state going off on a tangent here. So I'm going to take a picture of that with my phone real quick, make sure I don't lose track of it. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to post some decisions of what you could do as a party. Either the whole group can rush forward, how they're going to deal with Mercede, should they retreat, what should they do to deal with the situation. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the decision up to you guys. You can pick what you want to do, what you want to see happen. So let me get a picture of this with my phone. I always like to keep track of exactly what's going on. All right, cool. So we're going to stop this episode right there. Things are very nasty. They've woken up this back row of this throne room. It's going to be very nasty. Be sure and check the Patreon page, or if you want to check the Facebook page, you can do it as well. This is going to get brutal now. Having Mercede charmed is really, really, really not a good thing to have happen. People are being damaged. You can't break the charm unless the owner is dead. So that means that she's still charmed. In my opinion, she would still fight for her life to try to kill whoever it is that just killed her and probably enrage her further. We could have Elefanici try to stun her, which is what she'll probably do. But think about, here's some options. Try to incapacitate Mercede to get the spell to break so the druid can cast a spell magic on her, which will probably happen the next round anyway. Renjar can slip back around the corner and try to hide in shadows. Elefanici's already hidden in shadows. Everyone can withdraw to the back room, or everyone can come charging, barreling forward. You'll need to pick very carefully there of what to do, because things can go very wrong very, very quickly. All right, that's the Magi episode. Episode 11. Our next episode will happen after you've chosen what you want to have happen next. This is Classic DM, and as always, if you like these battles and have comments and questions, just subscribe to my YouTube channel and share your information and what you want to think there, and I'd love to see what you have to say. Other than that, we'll see you on the next episode. It's going to be really nasty really soon.